So it's funny, like I'm not a technologist or engineer or software developer or any of those highly technical fields, but I am a sound designer. I studied computer assisted sound design, and it was a really intensive, uh, you know, course of research, whatever. I became a designer, basically. Design science is what I do. Ambient experimental sound design is what I like to do. And the thing is, as a sound designer, I've like invented a lot of, I don't know if you could call them inventions or just concepts, design concepts for different technologies that you could have, like the mobile recording studio. And like as it goes, as time passes by, I realized that most of those were already invented and patented a long time ago. But I mean, it doesn't take away from the fact that I independently discovered and invented those things, whatever the innovations. It's just that I can't profit from it, and I can't take ownership over it, which is not that bad. I don't really care. I like the process of discovery. So a lot of the audio stuff that I've tried to come up with concepts for, a lot of it, it's like has to do with the 3D space of a moving microphone and like stuff where you have like more than one microphone and the relationship between them and how you can sort of like superimpose the audio spaces, and you could do analog sound effects, like you do like a flanger effect or chorus using microphones and placement of microphones and moving microphones. And it makes me think of Charles Ives. I heard a friend told me a long time ago, I don't know if it's true, but like he would sit, there'd be two parades in the town where he lived coming from different directions, and he would like stand in the middle, and at one point you could hear both parades, like with the music, marching band or whatever, you could hear the marching band, two of them from different locations. And I always like used to listen to like 2-3 different radio stations with different radios in my apartment, different locations. So when you walk through the apartment, you get that phase, transitional, like phase, like, moving from interweaving from one to the other in the three-dimensional space. The thing is, recently I realized that a lot of the stuff that I've tried to work on actually has military applications. Funny enough, you wouldn't think, but like in the cockpit, the pilots that are in the cockpits of military aviation or whatever, they what I was reading is that you can't like have 4 or 5 different like feeds or whatever. Like I was saying, his helmet is, it can't be monaural. You can't have 4 or 5 different, like one's an intelligence feed, that one's a telemetry warnings, another one is like a squad or whatever. Like if it's all in a monaural, flattened out, then you can't sort of like distinguish the. It's hard to. So what they did is they did like a 3D space. I guess it's in his helmet or whatever. So you could have like 12 o'clock. You could have like the intelligence feed at like on a node, another node at 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Like so it's easier to be able to react and respond to like multiple feeds, and I had already like come up with the same idea in the mobile recording studio. I called it Design Web Labs. Like it's okay that I came up with that because it's not a military application. I'm not going to try to recreate like pilot cockpit like audio, but I can create the Design Web Labs, like where people do sound design in a moving lab, or just anywhere that you can broadcast from. You could do what I call work casting or work streaming. I know that the concepts already exist, but I thought I invented work streaming there, but felt like I was a genius, was going to win the Nobel Prize, and turns out it already existed. But the thing is, like, I can apply them to my art operation concepts, and that's okay because they haven't been applied like that. And then it's not applied 100%. There's enough that differentiates it that I don't think I would get into any problems with patents or copyright. I didn't like steal the idea. I came up with it myself. It's just that it already existed. But like, it's just funny. There was other things like the 3D, 4D terrain, like the common operating picture and COP, all of that stuff, the mapping and I have my historionautics, my historiomics, all these pseudosciences, I call them, because I had originally invented these pseudosciences so I could put them in the mouths of my fictional characters in my novels, you know. So now that what I'm gonna do is like I realize like there's months or years of work that kind of have to scrap because it's already exists in the military. But then I'm happy about that. I'm happy they came up with that. It makes a lot of sense and it's pretty super practical and efficient on the battlefield. But I'm going to just put all this new stuff into in my workspace theory. I'm going to put it into the characters' mouths in the novels that I'm writing. The third novel in my trilogy, The Revolt of Fictions, the name of the trilogy. The third novel is the Chronotopium. It's about algorithmogenesis. Anyways, the Archivillus or whatever, the personification of the archives. And yeah, so when I put the workspace theory in there, because they're going to work on a third like research project, and I'm going to have like the new characters that, you know, one of them is going to be like a commander or something, Commander Sparks, I want to call him. He's like Commander Sparks. It's when you wake up, like you're trying to fall asleep and you get a brilliant like insight, or you have like a spontaneous like serendipitous like discovery, and you jump out of bed like, oh, I gotta go do this, write this note down. I don't want to lose it. It's too important. That's Commander Sparks. He's always like, oh, we gotta do this. We gotta continue the mission.